Hello students, after a long time, I am again with you in continuation of the same chapter, second of class 9th, and that is the tissue. Today, the date is 6th August 2020. Chapter is going on tissue, and today we will take the topic muscles and muscular tissue. Okay. Now, in this chapter you studied about the plant tissues and one of the animal tissues, that is the epithelial tissue. Different types of epithelial tissue you studied already. Now, today we will study about the muscle tissue. Dear students, muscle tissue are made up of different types of, means same type of cells, many number of cells. They are arranged in parallel condition. Okay, they can be uninucleated or multinucleated, means they can have many nucleosomes and they are arranged in parallel. Okay, they are elongated, that's why they are called the muscle. Okay, there are different types of functions of movement are performed by the muscle tissue. Different movements like the movement of limbs, movement of organs, locomotion or any part. So all kind of movement are performed by the muscle tissues. Okay, they contract, means muscle tissue, the cells of the muscle tissue contract in a definite direction, in a particular direction to bring the movement, and this contraction is because of contraction of a special kind of protein that is called the contractile protein. Okay, these are general features. What are the general features? Muscle or muscle tissue are elongated, therefore they are called muscles. They are of different types and they contract and relax also. So they contract in a definite direction to bring the movement in limbs, body organs or locomotion of organism. They can be uninucleate, means either they will have only one nucleus, or multinucleated, or they can have the more than one nucleus in their cells, and they are arranged parallel. Okay, there are different types of muscles, means tissue types you studied. If not studied, because in flow chart I will tell that. You can see here the one type is striated muscles. Second type is unstriated muscles, and third type is cardiac muscle. So these are the three types of muscular tissue. Okay, so let's start them one by one. Where I kept the duster? Here. This is striated, unstriated and cardiac. Dear students, striated muscles are called striated because they have dark and light band means striations. Okay, so that's why they are called striated muscles. They are also called skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscles. Why they are called skeletal muscles? Because they are attached to bones. Bones form our skeleton. They are attached to bones by tendons. These are also a type of tissue and bring movement of body parts. Okay, they are attached to the bones. That's why they are called skeletal muscles. They are also called voluntary muscles. Other name is voluntary muscles. Why they are called voluntary? Because they move according to will of animal. Okay, now see here. Striated muscles are called striated because they have dark and light bands over them. Okay, that's why they are called striated. Striations are found. They are also called skeletal muscles. Why they are called skeletal muscles? Because they are attached to bones by tendons. Okay, bones form the skeleton. Okay, that's why they are called skeletal muscles. These are also called voluntary muscles. Why they are called voluntary muscles? Because the movement bring by these muscles is according to our will. That's why they are called voluntary. Okay. Now, let's, dear students, if we talk about the occurrence, where they occur in our body, so you can write any name of the organ or part of the body which move according to our will. Okay, like the limbs, just like biceps and triceps. Do you know biceps and triceps? Those who are health conscious, okay, they know this arm has this swollen part, okay, and when we move our hand in this way, this becomes swollen, okay, and if we stretch our hand, it becomes normal. Okay, so this upper part is called bicep and this lower part is called tricep. Okay, so biceps and triceps, this muscle contract. When the muscle contract, it accumulated here, and because of its contraction, it pull the bone, and as a result, the hand move. Okay, so this we can move our hand whenever we want to move. Besides this, they are also found in tongue, because we can move our tongue depending on our will. They are also found in pharynx and beginning of esophagus. These are some reasons where the skeletal muscles are voluntary muscles or striated muscles are formed. Okay, these are the occurrence. Okay, now if we draw the picture, they are elongated. And arranged in clusters. In this way, Many are arranged in clusters. Parallel, as I said, they are arranged parallelly. Okay. So this type, they are heavy. Tapered end, blunt end they are. They are though long, but their ends are blunt. Okay. And they have many nucleus. They are multinucleated. And nucleus are peripheral in position. Okay, peripheral means one side. And the cells means the cells of this muscle is covered by the cell membrane that is called the sarcolemma. Plasma lemma, the outer covering of cell. Similarly here the plasma lemma is called sarcolemma. You can write this sarcolemma. Okay. They have dark and light band, as I said, striations. Okay. So they have, these are the striations. What they are? Striations, dark and light bands. Okay. And this dark and light bands means this whole fibers have the special type of protein that is called the contractile protein, and that contractile protein brings the movement by contraction in a definite direction. Okay. They are attached to the bones, that's why they are called skeletal muscles. Now the 80% mass of this tissue is formed from soft tissue. Okay. This you can write it dark bands. They will have multinucleus because of fusion of cells. Okay, different cells fuse together, and that's why the nucleus of different cell make it multinucleated. Okay, in this way you can draw this sarcolemma. Okay, similarly you can call this sarcoplasm or cytoplasm. Sarcoplasm you can say it. Okay, so this is the general structure of striated muscles. What they do? Function. So they bring the movement in limbs, organs, or help in locomotion of organisms. I think you are able to understand this. Okay, this is the striated muscles. Now the second type of muscle is the unstriated muscles. These muscles are called unstriated. Why? Because they do not have dark bands. They are spindle shaped. Okay, spindle shaped in structure in this way, and they are uninucleated, and the nucleus is centralized in position. Okay, and they have the myofibrils. These are, dear students, the striated muscles tired easily and earlier. Likewise, in school, whenever you got the punishment, stretch your hand and remain straight. Then you will feel that after stretching your hand, the both arms started to give pain because they need rest after function. Okay, so they got fatigue easily, tired easily, so they need rest. Okay, here in unstriated muscle they do not have the striations and they remain in same condition, either in contract condition or in relaxed condition for longer period of time. They also got fatigue but not easily. Okay, and they are spindle shaped, pointed in. These are called myofibrils. Myofibrils. Similarly, this is the nucleus, this is sarcolemma, and inside there is the sarcoplasm. Okay, where these tissue are formed. So these tissues are also called involuntary muscles. Okay, these are also called involuntary muscles. Why they are called involuntary? Because their function is not dependent on will. It means those organs, like you can say the alimentary canal. There is the movement in alimentary canal. Okay, that is called the peristaltic movement that make the food move forward in the alimentary canal. Blood vessels. Okay, ureter, urethra, many, respiratory tract, any which not depend on our will. Okay, respiratory tract, that not depend on our will. So these are some locations in the body where the unstriated muscle or involuntary muscles are found. Okay, they do not fatigue easily, they do not get tired easily, and their movement is not dependent on our will. They move according to the need of the body. Okay, whenever we swallow food, the food itself start to move in the alimentary canal. That is not dependent on our will. Okay, so this type of muscles are found, means visceral organs will have the involuntary type of muscles, and the name of that muscle is unstriated muscle. Actually there are two types of muscles. One is the voluntary muscles and one is the involuntary muscle. Voluntary muscle is striated muscle that you studied just before some time, and second type of involuntary muscles have two types. One is the unstriated muscle and second is the cardiac muscle. Okay, so cardiac muscle and this unstriated muscle both are involuntary type of muscles because their function is not dependent on our will. Okay, so once more you summarize this. Unstriated muscles do not have the striations over them, do not have the dark and light bands over them. Okay, they are uninucleated. They have only one nucleus in the center. Their shape is spindle shaped and they have the pointed end. They are found in the visceral organs and they perform the function which not depend on the will of the animals. Okay, so these are the unstriated muscles. There are different locations in the body where they are found. Okay, now the third type of muscle, that is the cardiac muscle. Third type of muscle is the cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle. So these muscles are branched. If we talk about the features, branched. That is different from rest of the two muscles. Because striated muscle is also not branched. Unstriated muscle is also not branched. But this muscle is branched. Okay? They may have multi-nucleated. ये multi-nucleated nerve. Okay? And their location, if we talk where they occur in the body, okay? So their location, wall of heart. Wall of heart. Okay? Superior vena cava. Superior vena cava. So these are some locations of these muscles. Means they function, they bring the movement tirelessly. Means they do not get tired. Once they start working, they keep on working throughout the life. Okay? They are tireless. If we talk about their diagram, so they are branched. Okay? You can draw the diagram like this. One branch you can make here in this way. Now in this way they are branched. They have the intercalated disc, and they can have the many nucleus. You can draw the nucleus in this way. Soon the result will announce. Many of you submitted the same paper many times. So, the paper which you submitted first of all, that will consider for the correction, and the mark will be given on first submission. If you submitted many times, then there is no benefit, because many of you, after knowing that some answer you attempt wrong, you taken the answer right in resubmission. Because of that, only the first submission will consider. They have branched. Okay, these are the branches. In this way, you can draw. What is special? The intercalated disc. Okay, in this way. You can see the diagram from book also, because I cannot take more time to draw the diagram. These are intercalated disc. Okay, and their location is wall of heart and superior vena cava, and they function tirelessly throughout the life. The special feature is that they are branched. If we talk about the differences between the striated muscles, non-striated muscles, and cardiac muscle, so you can say the striated muscles have the dark and light bands over them. Okay. Unstriated muscles are also called smooth muscles, because they do not have the striations over them. They look smooth. Cardiac muscles have the intercalated disc between the muscle fibers. Second difference, if we see, the skeletal muscles are attached to the bones by tendons. Hence they are called skeletal muscles. While rest of the two muscles, means smooth muscles and cardiac muscles, are involuntary. They are called smooth, means involuntary muscle, called smooth also because they do not have the bands, and they are also not attached to the skeleton. Okay. Third thing, the striated muscle has many nucleus because of fusion of fiber cells. Smooth muscles uninucleated, and cardiac muscle may have multi-nucleus. Striated muscles are unbranched. Smooth muscles are also unbranched, but cardiac muscles are branched. Striated muscles get tired easily. Smooth muscles not get tired easily, and cardiac muscle never get tired. Okay. So these are some differences between the smooth muscles, cardiac muscles, and involuntary muscles. You can write them by making the table and their properties. Okay. Hope this video will help you to understand. Try to see the video again and again, and keep on consulting the book also. You will get these information in book also. Okay. So let's rest to the topic for today. Have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.